Good morning, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Nicole. Scorpio, yesterday I got that readout to you all about a lot of different things that I don't think we've really touched upon on the channel before, but Spirit brought it through and we rolled with that. So in that though, Spirit did advise me to do a second reading, and so here we are, right? I am going to try to hammer out Pisces and Gemini today. Channel members will see. I'm going to do my best. Trying to work with, I got some clients today, and you know, I've got things to do, right? Because it's a full circle kind of thing. I will just quickly mention, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you know how it goes. I got the cat and the dog. I left the dog out, so we'll see if everybody can get along so we can get through this video. You know, like, we're getting cabin fever here again because we've got warped into this cold and unexpected snow, and I know that parts of the world are very cold as well, and I hope that you're all staying warm and healthy and content to the best of your ability. Another thing I'm going to say too, you know, I try to stay away from the political arena on this channel, just out of respect for everybody, but as today happens and we start to see things change, I implore every single person, regardless of your views, do not disrespect one another. Love each other, because, you know, you want to talk about control and manipulation. Like, when we step into that and we just can't respect each other's differences, we become a point in which divide is created. So we don't have to agree with each other, but we need to love each other and we need to respect each other for whatever our experience has been, right? So just keep that in mind as we move forward, especially in the coming months, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of, I'm going to use the term radical changes, and not everybody's going to be comfortable with those, but we need to love and support each other. I have a friend of mine, and I've got my views and she's got the extreme other, but regardless, all these years we've been friends, and we can both talk about how we feel about the situations, 222 unity. We still love and respect each other. We're like, I get where you're coming from. I respect where you're coming from. I still love you no matter what, right? So just really hang in that attitude of gratitude that because there are differences, we are able to find ways in between, even if it is in our local space and not on a big global scale, but we do create an effect by living in that light. So just know that, okay? Just know that. Personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below and the about section of the page. Channel memberships are open. I'm going to be working with somebody today, hopefully, if everything works out right around here, to correct, like, some people can get them, other people it's not showing up for. So I'm going to do my very best. I've seen some things in the comments, and I feel like this video is like a catch-all. I don't know. I'm going to go with that, catch-all. I had someone in the comments yesterday, you know, that reading, what, I don't want to call it sexualized, right? Like, our, Scorpio, we have sexual energy, plain and simple. We all do. It's a human thing, you know, so to pretend that it doesn't exist is just bullshit. Like, let's get real, people. But she left, a couple nasty comments in there, and I'm going to tell, I deleted her because I'm like, you know what? Don't bring your shit here. So, you know, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything at all. And if you're here and you're watching this video, or even I'm going to say not even this one, but the one from yesterday, like, you have to understand that it's not about this necessarily a sexual desire to run out and grab up Tom, Dick, and Harry, as my grandmother would have said. It's our creative, you know, our sacral is a creative energy. It's an emotional energy that goes to the external world. So if we're so shallow in the moment of going, oh, this is just sex-based, it's not just sex-based. So I would encourage those of you who may feel some kind of way about that video, go do your homework and your research. It's not always about our connection to other people too. It's also about our connection to ourselves. So, you know, there's your lesson of the day. It is what it is. All right, Scorps, let's get down to it here. Let's see what else Spirit wants for you. I feel like there's Spirit's telling me, and I got the chills, there's a couple of different things going on. So I'm actually going to kind of do this. I usually pull the 3 cards and kind of trail out from that. But I feel like there's different circumstances going on right now via spirit. And I feel like those are the things that we need to address. So I'm actually going to, I don't know, I'm just going to do it differently. And we're going to go, roll with it and see what comes up here, Scorps. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for listening to me. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. Scorpio spirit, the catch-all here, right? The catch-all, pay attention to the catchphrases too. Scorpio, talking about like what you're paying attention to. Could be headlines, could be news. I don't really think it's that, but it's like hearing something it's like, do you ever like look at a meme and it stuck with you, or you read something one time, like a one-liner, and it stuck with you? I feel like somebody either says something to you or you read something and that's sticking with you. It's important. It's an important thing because I feel like it's also Spirit's calling it like a little bit of a bridge. It's a lesson. It's a spiritual awareness that's helping you to shed light on something else. So, not quite sure what all that means for you specifically. Discern accordingly. But there's something to that for you. All right, Spirit, for Scorpio. I think I swallow air when I talk. Honest to God. I always got the hiccups. All right, Spirit, for Scorpio. Meditation. Do you remember? That's funny. There's your card, Scorpio, right at the bottom. High Priestess of Water. There you be. Do you remember? I don't know about outside of the U.S., but I remember being a kid and there was a show called In the Heat of the Night, and it had, what was his name? Something Carroll. I can't remember his first name, and it was like based out of like the setting was Georgia or something. I don't know. Georgia could be important, but I can hear the tune. In the heat of the night. Like, I'm not singing. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. But anyhow, I don't know. When I seen that card, that's the thing that came through. In the heat of the night. Scorpio. We might be kind of leaning into yesterday, just a smidge. There is some kind of passion arising, and there is a quietness, there's a stillness, though, attached to this right now. Too, Spirit's saying, you ever see on... I don't know, again, Facebook or whatever. I'm not a media person, social media person. I remember seeing a post myself one time that said if you could take the words that you speak, or even think, I think it was, and you could tattoo those on your body, what would that story tell you? Very much, Scorps, about the way that you speak to yourself. So, it's like, I kind of get this feeling, and somebody out there could be asking themselves, and Spirit's given this to me, what's the matter with me? What's wrong with me? Why am I the way I am? Like, kind of questioning yourself around things. Now, 2 things to that. 1, that could be a great way to introspect, right? Like, why do I do the things I do? Where did I learn these things? The other thing is, are you putting yourself down when you're saying these things? Are you meaning it? And it was like talking to yourself in a condescending manner. You need to decipher that too. Discern which part of that you're on and why. But it's an interesting energy. But Scorpio, I feel like you're getting in touch with your emotions, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, in your emotions as well. But I do think that it's a real good, I think overall it's a good energy to be in if you're reflecting and really trying to kind of answer some questions for yourself or make sense of some things. Don't overthink it. Don't get over emotional about it. Accept it for whatever that it is. But if you're talking ill to yourself and you're making yourself sad, why? There's another question of introspection. Why, Scorpio? Why are we making ourselves feel sad? Is it guilt, regret, shame? Where's it coming from? Did someone in your life teach you how to talk to yourself that way? Did somebody treat you that way that now here you are sitting in that energy? So, I would be mindful of that, okay? Having my tea this morning with you all. All right, let's see. Next set of cards here. Oops. Knocking everything over. All right, let's see what else is going on here for Scorpio in relation to this meditation card, which is a 7, by the way. 7 and 4 here, foundational energies. Scorpio, that's all I think I've seen for you lately is 4s. Maybe play some 4s. South Node, past, Pluto, rebirth, Spirit. There's an evolutionary change, Scorps, that you're going through. This isn't just a... I said it to you in the one video about, like, it's like closing the door and just, like, forgetting the past ever happened, paradigm shift, timeline jump. Scorpio, I think you're going to go through this quarterly this year. At random. Maybe even more than that. It's like, once your world starts to shift, you start seeing things differently. It's like, I don't know. Maybe you never used to take walks. Now you get up in the morning, do what you got to do, you go out and take a walk. Your reality starts to look different. And then maybe for lunch you used to go through Wendy's drive-thru. Now you're going to get a salad. Your life is starting to look different. I mean, these are big things too, right, Scorps? Not just these little things like that, but it's like all of these things are starting to change. And it's like waking up a week later into like a new positive habit and going, was I really that person before? I mean, I'll share a fun fact with you all. I was just, well, doesn't matter. But anyhow, 14 years ago, I was 200 pounds, right? So to look back at that picture of that person who I used to be and look at myself now, which I'm like 115 pounds soaking wet, it's hard to look back and go, wow, like that's really who I was at that point. Like people say to me, like when they see it, like, there ain't no way in hell that was you. Yeah, that was me. Hard to believe, I know, right? So it's like you're going to go through these rapid transformations, Scorpio, and it's going to appear to you something like that. It's like, I am nothing of the person that I once was. 1212, heavy number for you lately. And I think it's gonna take you by surprise of how it works out. Like how things just change, and it's like looking back. Spirit's saying 7 days. I've heard that twice now, so I'm gonna roll with that. 7 days. Like looking back at a week at a time and going, wow, this past month. I'm gonna say, Scorpio, January could be very life-changing for you in general. And then you get to the end of January, we're moving into February, and you're like, did really all of that happen in that short amount of time? And I feel like February tends to do the same thing for you. I think up until spring, at least here in this hemisphere, that's going to be a thing for you. You got a lot of rapid changes happening, and even with this meditation, which is stillness, right? It's stillness and it's going within. It's like the results of what midhaven and tension. Ooh. Scorpio. Again, you at the bottom of the deck, 1313 on the clock as I say that. It's kind of alarming to you. And not in a bad way, just a wow. Just a big old wow, Scorps. This tension card, we're gonna dig into this because I really want to examine. I feel like it's something that I don't do often, is to examine some of the things that come up in here. And I'm kind of curious. I don't know why that's. I don't know. It's a thing. You know. All right. What is this tension about with this meditation? Be careful if you're driving. I'm gonna just throw that out there. Be careful, especially in this weather. If you're in shitty weather. But Spirit's using the term crash course collision. Now, I feel like there's two sides to that. I'm going to separate these cards, so we may not go too far because I don't want this video to be super long. This, to me, is a representation, Scorpio, of a clash of opinions, way of living, not being real sure. And Spirit's telling me to okay, I don't know why it matters, but we're going to go with it. For some of you, this is like you see in the movies, like she's walking around the block to the coffee shop and he's coming around the other side to the coffee shop and they don't know each other, right? And boom, they run into each other. They might bitch at each other for a few minutes. You spilled my coffee. Oh my God. What were you doing? What were you thinking? And then you end up liking each other. I don't know. Could be a thing. For others of you, though, this, and I said it the other day, I'm going to say it again because this is going to be, Spirit is saying, Scorpio, this is going to be a common theme for you. So just, you can get sick of hearing me say it, but do know this is going to be a theme. Your vibrational changes, the way you are living life, as you change, again, other people are not going to be fond of that with you. They're going to have an opinion on how you live your life, who you're living it with, how you're doing what you're doing. There is going to be tension. Spirit, you have to ask yourself if it's worth the battle. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. You got the Hierophant here twice, Scorps. All right, let's see. For Scorpio. See, Four of Swords, right? Like, there's... Let me see. I just felt like this was going to be a slower moving read that, I don't know how to explain this energy, Scorpio. It's kind of like with this meditation, I feel like that's kind of where you are, or that's where your energy is shifting into here, is like some sort of real chill moderation. And this Four of Swords, this Ace of Wands, you know, that's you taking action to change things, somebody else feeling brutalized by the fact that you're like, I'm good, never better, thanks for asking. You know, and I think that you genuinely mean that, because it's like you recognize where you've been, where you've come from, and where you're going. And there could be some anxiety tied to that, like not knowing where you're going necessarily. But I do feel like you're in this state of flow and healing and going, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to figure this out. I don't feel like that Nine of Wands is you. I feel like that's somebody watching you. Okay. Feeling abandoned by you to some degree here too. Okay. What is this? I don't know. My nose is itching. Someone's talking about me. All right. What is this? Again, I've said to you, you know, in December itself, Scorpio, the Tower. Yay. Would it be a Scorpio read without a tower? Fuck no. No, not at all. All right, so with Three of Wands, this is like having somebody, somebody show up at your door and you turn them away. You know, they're selling Girl Scout cookies or whatever, and you're on a diet, so no cookies for you, right? But this is somebody who is watching you, and they're feeling hurt by you. They're feeling neglected by you. Scorpio, again, you are their tower moment. This gives me a very low sense of like karmic, and I think I talked about that yesterday, I think, where Spirit's saying that like this person, this situation, they may feel entitled, like this was supposed to be their high time. Now, when I say high time, I don't mean getting messed up, right? It's like they were on a pinnacle point, right? Like it's like Alanis Morissette's Ironic, right? Like takes his first flight, I think it was, and the plane goes down, or having rain on your wedding day. You know, go to take that first bite of cake you've been waiting for all day and you drop it on the floor, like shit like that. It's like this person has waited for some sort of moment for a long time with this Nine of Wands tied to you. Like, it's almost like they were trying to show you up, Scorpio. It's like, oh, my significant other is better than yours, or my car is better than yours, right? It's something stupid, petty, and competitive. And something's happening that it's not turning out that way. And again, like this blame energy, and it's come up quite a bit, Scorps. 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 2 of Wands. It's like a problem too, Spirit is saying, a problem ignored. It's maybe no closure to something as well. There's a lot of messages coming out with this. Let's go to these. Who is this person? What is this? Well, here, you know what? How does Scorpio know who this is? I'm going to be nosy today. How does Scorpio know who this is? Who is this person to Scorpio? Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Reading, research, technology. That's what I'm getting from that. 4 of Cups. Listen, the 6 of Cups, this is definitely somebody from your past, Scorps. I feel like this is someone, this is a weird energy. They can, okay, so, you know, talk about facades. I'm trying to find the best way to word this for you all. Talk about facades, like people who like to make it look like everything's fine, like they say, if, you know, you're on Facebook going, oh, I'm with the love of my life and things have never been better, and then like 6 months later they're getting a divorce and you're like, that was bullshit. You know, that kind of stuff. This to me is like, this person may appear like everything's fine. Like their dishwasher hasn't broken, their car hasn't broken down. They may really appear put together. But in reality, it's really not as okay as it seems, or as they're trying to make it out to be. So it's kind of like they've ignored a specific problem. And I'm saying this because, like, I don't really necessarily want to address this person, but this is somehow a part of your energy and also a part of, like, I feel like these are going to be people, Scorps, that are going to have challenges with you. And, you know, those are tests from the universe. Are you going to re-engage with these kinds of people? Are you going to let these people in your life? It's a big lesson on your boundaries and how you give yourself self-respect. And I do, you know, I feel like for some of you, this has been contractual in regards to this situation or this person, but these persons, this person, they, Spirit just kind of took me off track. Hold on. What is this? This is this, yeah, like they're appearing. Okay, 2 messages here. So hold on. This person who's giving, like, watching Scorpio in an unhealthy way. Scorpio, a lot of divine intervention, a lot of divine timing, a lot of like divine, I'm even gonna call it interruption happening. Okay. Okay, I said to you, you could be running into somebody. Divine timing takes you to that coffee shop and boom, you collide. This comes after a period of you wakening up. I'm going to revert back to yesterday's reading, understanding that energy within you, sexual confidence, whatever it might be. Again, I'm being led back to yesterday, so there it is. This immortality card, Scorpio, is the Phoenix rising in this deck, right? Check it out. Resurrection, sublimation, petty, and infinity, right? There it is. Piety, however you say it. I can't say it right. But this goes back to what I said. Like, you being untouchable. Or you would have given in to certain things, affairs, legal matters, arguments, breaking up, coming back together, like all of that shit that's very unstable, you're gonna see this play out over time, that you're rewriting your storyline, you're rewriting your story, period. So this person that's watching Scorpio, I'm gonna be nosy, what's going on with them at this time? What's the deal with this tower? What's the deal with this tower with this person watching Scorpio? They're having problems at home, Scorpio, and it's like Spirit won't give me, I was gonna say, like, they won't give me the details, but it's like, I was going to say, like, you've had an intuitive awareness about it. So what comes at the bottom is suspicion. So you've suspected something is happening here. Your intuition actually is laying on the table. They're probably having some significant money problems. Again, Scorpio, this isn't just a one story person, or like one person to this story, Scorps. I feel like not only are you healing that sacral energy, this has to do with you healing monetarily. And I feel like these reads are breaking down in a deeper level of like the people pleasing or the self-sacrifice. Spirit, I got the date. That's exactly, because I was like, that reading yesterday really caught me off guard. So that's what this is about. That's why there's little messages, right? There we go. Like, I don't know, Spirit, make it a 3-part series. Financial affairs, Scorpio. I tell you, and I've told you before, and I will forever tell people, if you're a Scorpio, you need to look at Taurus. If you're Pisces, you need to look at Virgo, right? Gemini needs to look at Sag. They are equal opposite. They, again, have a strength in their sign and their placements that we do not have, and vice versa. Scorpio, we tend to come into this world with some financial troubles or not feeling stable, more so the security aspect, right? Where we've never really felt secure. Your need to feel secure could have stemmed in money matters, right? It could have even been an idea around what, like, if I don't have X amount of money in my bank account, then I'm not good. If I don't have this type of house, I'm not okay. If I don't have these things, it's like, you know, attaching an identity to what you have says, because I have this to show, that says I've made something of myself. I've done something, right? Like, and you could have reached out to partners with some kind of status or prestige, or like something that you felt like you were lacking or felt less of yourself up to. So I hope that's making sense. This person, Scorpio, I feel like there's been a long, again, this 9 of Wands, it's a long battle. Like, I feel like this back and forth of whatever this has been has really been in regards to money at the end of the day. So whatever that looks like for you. So maybe it's possessions too, right? You know, you broke up with somebody and there's a possession. Maybe it's work and they've not paid you out for your holidays, whatever it might be. But there's, in this divine timing, as you are getting exactly what you need and what you're deserving of, it's like you can't help but shake. You can't help it. Like, you can't shake the fact that there's something going on that you don't see. And you know it, right? Like, somebody at some point, Scorpio, could have called you trash. Hell of a thing to say to somebody. But they could have legitimately called you trash or see you as disposable. Spirit's saying it's a miracle that you now see the light. Because some people wouldn't have gotten out of it. Whatever that means to you, it could be very different. But this person, this situation, Scorpio, you're going to know, because you know that it's like, when you didn't give, you were no good to them. You know, and it's It's evident. It's evident by their behavior, the things that they say to you, that they don't necessarily think highly of you. Spirit, it's not because they don't, Scorpio. It's because they know what you're capable of. Right? So what is, okay, I want to know why we're this deep into this. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. And I might do something pretty cool here shortly. We'll see. We'll see what time permits. Let's go with these ones. No. Okay. Then what am I going with, Spirit? I don't know. What am I using here? All right, here we go. Okay. Why is this coming up? Why is this coming up? I said you're writing your story. The word wants to be written, Scorpio. There you go. The other card that came flying out with that is number 43 of a 6 and a 7, 42, 43. Those ages could be real important for you as well. I got a watch here. Come to life. Bringing herself back into a space of light. 6, 7, and 5. Going beyond the norm. Big bold vision. Number 14. There's 4s in every card. Going beyond the normal. And with that, Scorpio, I said to you 10 and 2 yesterday. Those hands right about the 10 and 2 position. Looking to something higher than herself, himself, themselves. She has swallowed the key. Spirit's giving me 2 things. You can't really see in this card, like if it is a key or what it is. It's just that chain coming down her mouth. Spirit's saying the key, which again, it's like, you know, I don't know why they're talking. Like, I know the birds are chirping, but like canaries, like the canary, cat got the canary kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Keep your mouth shut. Again, keep your mouth shut. Don't leave crumbs for people to find either. It's like, I don't know, I'm seeing this black cat with a yellow canary hanging out its mouth, like with one little yellow feather sticking out the side of its mouth. Don't ask me, I don't know. But the cat's got the canary kind of thing. Don't look guilty. I don't know what that means for you. But this is also like a swing of a pendulum. Like, I'm seeing it too as like one of the old pendulum clocks. Tick tock, tick tock. Now that could be a reference to TikTok itself coming back online, right? But Scorpio, I feel like with that meditation card, that tick tock is waiting. It's a waiting. Spirit, it's a matter of time until this happens. What is this? It's a matter of time until this happens. It's a matter of time. What is this timing? Here, she should have said it a long time ago. I don't know what that is. Shock in the reverse, so it's like the tower in the reverse position. Mask coming out, so hiding true feelings. So somebody, Scorpio, somebody's got the key, the gateway to some knowledge or information. If you've been wondering about something, again, suspicions, if you've had some suspicions about something, play your cards close to the chest. Like, don't, you need to remain quiet and still, for a little while yet. Somebody else is going to have something to say. Cut down comes out sideways, and death card in the coming out sideways and not enough. Backstabbing. Karmic relationship, the golden mirror. Somebody needed to say something here, Scorpio. I don't think it was you. You've got a couple situations going on here, and I think in relation to the money aspect, somebody could have been using money, that magician sitting there, as a form of manipulation and control. Again, it's like they're trying to show up that they're doing well, but there's a truth that those things are being, Spirit's using that, just saying removed. Like, they haven't been healthy choices. So there's gotta be a separation to financial manipulation to this, which comes in as a people-pleasing skill, Scorpio. You likely have something new coming. I know you, not likely, you have all kind of new shit coming in without a doubt. Your ability to carry forward is, it's like you may feel caught between two situations in the coming weeks that you're gonna have to pick one path. And I don't even think, Scorpio, that that you really feel like you don't know what to do. It's like common sense says, like, been there, done that, I'm good. But you could be tested by something or someone that wants to, like, kind of come back in and I don't know. I don't even want to say apologize, because they're really not showing up apologetic. They're just expecting you. Yeah, not enough backstabbing narcissist. The snake, like, they're just expecting you to fall back in to a trap of something. So I don't know. There's a lot of little things here, and I don't think that this reading is going to resonate with, like, the whole thing is going to resonate for many people, but I think there's parts of it that Spirit is saying will provide answers to you that you didn't know that you needed. So I would discern that information. Be careful of the company that you keep right now, Scorpio. Your boundaries are absolutely necessary as you move forward, because if you don't want things to repeat, even with new people or new jobs or anything in your life, you can't do it the same way. And you know this. You genuinely know this. So I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it there. I really do. Like, it's a weird way to leave this, but I think I need to leave it there. So, all right. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you for the way that you support me here. Personal reads are open and available. Sending you all a ton of love. See you soon.